Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot. We're going to be looking into the energies of the divine counterparts today. And I wanted to let you guys know that if you've booked a reading with me for the month of May, I will have your reading to you by the end of the month. So no worries on that. And I am at the moment a little backlogged with emails. So if you've emailed me regarding a reading, I have not been able to get to my emails for about 2 weeks now. So those people will be priority for the month of June. And what else? Thank you for your support over on Patreon. For those of you wondering what Patreon is, it's a subscription service. It's a monthly subscription. So it goes month to month. And I have 5 different levels you can choose from. This week, we're going to be having our VIP private video chat, which I hold once monthly. So we'll be deciding on a day and time for that. So for all my VIP Patreons, really looking forward to that. Last time we went about 2.5 hours. So it's a Q&A. It's time for community. It's time to bond. It's time to really just be able to feel less alone on your journey. And I think it's really important. So we had an amazing time last time, and it's recorded, so you'll have access to it even if you can't make it live. So that's a special bonus that I only offer to my VIP Patreons at this time. And what else? I have some exciting things in the works for you guys, and I will be revealing those as they come. As far as the June wellness retreat, I'm still waiting to hear details about that. So as soon as I know something, and if that's a definite go, I will let you know. But there will be other retreats in the future, which I'm hoping to be a part of. So currently working on that partnership, super excited about that. If we do decide to do the June wellness retreat, which I know is short notice, it will be in Breckenridge, Colorado. Okay, so let's get going. Okay. So we have the Angel Tarot cards, the Light Seers Tarot, the Magic of You, and the Angels and Ancestors. Now, because we have a lunar eclipse, a full moon, total lunar eclipse coming up, I believe it's on the 27th of this month, 27th or 29th of May. Potentially it's the 29th. I wanted to look into the energies of what this totality is bringing us, what is being eclipsed out for the collective. Now, this is not a private reading, so if you want a private reading, of course, when those open up again, do book a private reading with regards to what is happening for you with this lunar eclipse, because this is going to be more of overarching general energies for, again, the collective. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and please know, if you're new, that I do refer to the counterparts, divine masculine he, divine feminine she. It's an energy, so take it as you will. We all carry the energies of both within us, and it fluctuates because you are one soul in 2 separate bodies. It's very important to understand that. I've had some real epiphanies over the past few weeks on my own journey. You guys know that I'm taking a break from. It's not that I'm not going to talk about the divine masculine. It's that I want you to look at the divine masculine within you. So I'm asking you to look at your inner divine masculine. There are readers out there who are going to focus on the karmics, who are going to focus on what the divine masculine is doing every single reading. This is not beneficial to your journey, and it's not beneficial to getting you to where you want to be, to your goal, which is union. This will trigger some of you, and I'm completely okay with that. I would rather trigger you and be a true authentic teacher and guide than not trigger you and just give you what you want, and 5 years down the road you're still in the same place watching videos about what the karmic's doing, what they think about you, and what the divine masculine's doing or thinking. You are your divine masculine. They are you. So when you need those answers, you seek them within yourself. They are you in another body having different experiences at different times. I cannot stress enough how important this is to understand. The divine masculine is not separate from you. That's why separation is an illusion, because there's this thought that everyone is you pushed out. So let's just take that and apply it to the divine counterpart connection. This quote unquote so-called divine masculine person, it is you, and that is why it hurts when you feel quote unquote separated, because you feel like you're separate from your own soul. Nobody wants that. Ain't nobody got time for that. and it stings like a bitch. That is why the only answer is to go within. The calling, the texting, the hunting them down, what are they doing, who are they with, following them, stalking them, none of these things are effective because the 3D is not what's going to get us into union. The 3D can change in a heartbeat, in an instant. You can turn things around with your manifestation power. So I want everyone to understand that I'm adopting a new perspective to the way that I do readings, and it's going to be very beneficial to you and to me in the long run. It wasn't beneficial for me anymore to continue focusing on the divine masculine and what they're doing and what they're thinking. And it's not to say that I won't slip in a divine masculine love letter or channeled message, because the masculines are coming to me. That is why I focused on them 2 days ago. That is why I did a reading for the DF, and then I did a reading for the about the divine masculine, because they're coming to me in dream state and they have messages that they need me to relay. In addition, one of our soul sisters, Jennifer, was at that 5D, or rather 4D pool party in my dream state, and she was also mingling with these divine masculines. So it really happened. And this is happening in the astral realms. These masculines who are young are very eager, are very, very excited about this journey. They're in a different place than the older masculines. I'm talking about older as in age, physicality. The older masculines have been through a lot and have had to trudge through a lot more, whereas these newer masculines who are awakening are just at the beginning of their journey. They're very excited. They're full of energy. They're full of vitality. And they have messages. So I will be relaying those messages as they come, because it will unburden me and it will also help you, and it's also helping them. I know some of them are starting to tune into my channel or are already tuning into my channel. I feel that. So you know that you're always welcome here, divine masculines. I have a major connection to my own inner masculine. So I love you guys very much. Thank you for hanging out with me in my dreams, making me feel like I've still got it. Really love it. It was really fun. And let's get started. Okay, so we're going to get started with the Angel Tarot cards. You guys know that I have been really loving this deck. I apologize for the light. The lawn people were supposed to come and trim these hedges down, and they have not trimmed the hedges down, so it's dark here in the porch right now. I apologize for that. Hopefully they'll be able to do that this week, and it will bring in more light. So I apologize, it's a little dim, it's a little dark. I should have checked the brightness on my camera here before I started doing the reading, but I did not. Okay, so looking for the overarching energies surrounding this total lunar eclipse for the counterparts. Wow. All right. This is going to be a little challenging for some people. In particular, I'm hearing if you're unwilling to let go, if you're clinging or holding on. So this has been a message that's coming through, especially with the prevalent death energy, the Scorpio death energy that's come through the readings recently. So we've got 2 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, and the Magician. Really love seeing the Magician here paired with the 2 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, because what that tells me is that there's a way out, okay? And it exists within you. You are the magician. You are the creator, creatrix of your own life. You have everything you need inside of you. This is the message that's going to come through very strongly for this with this eclipse season. And we're just getting started with the eclipse season in 2021. We're about to head into Mercury retrograde, Saturn retrograde, and we're already in Pluto retrograde. So we've got a lot of crazy, wild energies. Now, the 5 of Pentacles is often feeling left out in the cold. So the riches are within the castle. The key is there, but you have the wrong key and you're not able to enter the castle. So it's this sort of this fear of money, fear of being able to make it, fear of the practical issues of being able to survive on your own or land on your own 2 feet. For some of you, this is a transition from corporate work to self-employment and being afraid or having some fears surrounding how you're going to pay your bills. It's really, Pentacles is all about the earth realm, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It really speaks about the need to really work with those money fears. And maybe you want to work with hypnotherapist on that. Maybe you want to work with doing some meditations to really clear your fears surrounding money. Perhaps I will offer that over on Patreon. I think that's something I'm being called to do, is offer some meditations over on Patreon where we will discuss, so perhaps I'll do that on the next VIP live call. I'm considering that. So this is something that a lot of us could use clearing on, because a lot of our old fears are coming up with this eclipse season. So things we thought we had cleared are coming back up once and for all to be removed, to be cleared. It's like clearing the debris, sweeping away the clutter. Two of Swords is really confusion, mental confusion. Swords energy is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It's air energy. It has to do with the mind, the intellect. So it's like a stalemate within the mind, not being able to make a decision. So there are some of you, this eclipse season is going to bring about some changes in your physical world, and you could be unsure of which way to go. It could be like, I don't know which direction I should go. I'm not sure if this is the right decision. And you could get all caught up in your mind rather than just going with the flow and kind of sailing into those watery energies, like the Piscean energy of I'm just going to go with the flow, and I'm going to trust where the current is taking me. So if this is applying to you, I would really urge you guys to let go of any need to control, to dictate your life, to dictate other people's. Think about how you have tried to control your connection and how far this has gotten you. Tried to control it through a text, you try to control it through a phone call, you try to control their feelings, you try to control their decisions, and all it does is backfire. And we're shown that because they're our mirror, but it happens in every single relationship of our lives. So some of you are going to be sort of knocked over the head, in a sense, with this eclipse, depending on what's being eclipsed out. Some of you are going to be dealing with money fears, but all of you have the capacity to overcome these fears and overcome these obstacles because you have the magician energy. You have everything you need at your fingertips. It all exists within you. There's no more looking outside of ourselves. So the ultimate teacher is you. It's not me. It's not another reader. It's not a psychic. It's not this person. It's not that person. The ultimate teacher is you. It exists inside of your own soul. And that's so important for you to understand. Okay. So I'm going to look into, I want to get just some clarifying energies here from this other tarot deck. So to clarify, interesting, Three of Cups wanted to come out to clarify the magician. So celebration and friendship and working together, collaborations, especially with other divine feminines, that's what's coming through with the magician energy. So there's a lot to look forward to on the other side of this indecision, and on the other side of this, the challenging energies that are sort of bubbling up here with the eclipse. Part of what's happening with the Two of Swords energy, this indecision, has to do with your love life. So a lot of you feel like your love life is on hold, and a lot of you frankly feel like a lot of aspects of your life are on hold. But the Knight of Cups is a very romantic energy. It's the knight in shining armor energy, if you will, of the deck. He's got the letter, he's got the cup he's offering, he's got the flowers, he's got the smoldering look, the poetry inside of him. He's got the fruit basket, the wine, the picnic. He's really thought of all aspects, all avenues of how to win your heart. So I feel like what you feel like you're missing out on something, or you feel like your counterpart isn't making a decision and they're not coming forward fast enough. I feel like this is about you choosing yourself. And we often think that when I have this, I'll be happy. When if I'll be happy. Instead of, I choose to be happy now because, and then listing off the reasons that we're grateful. You can romance yourself. You can take yourself on dates. You can take yourself on vacations. You can buy yourself flowers. You can make yourself a picnic. You can write yourself a love letter. There's nothing that lives outside of you that you can't give yourself. You can even give yourself an orgasm. So, I mean, we go seeking love, and that love exists inside of you because, again, your counterpart is you. So what you're seeking outside of yourself is already within you. That's very important to understand. Very, 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 very important. Important distinction to make. You're seeking it. The more you think, the more you focus on it being outside of you, the more you're going to see you not having that thing that you desire. The more you realize it's already within you. I already have this happiness, this friendship, this love, this connection. I already have this romance. I already have this knight in shining armor. I am my own knight in shining armor. You're gonna see evidence of that in your physical world because you are connecting to that which lives inside of you. Okay, 5 of Pentacles clarifier, please. 5 of Pentacles clarifier. 3 of Wands, a lot of 3s here, a lot of collabing going on, a lot of collaborations. 3 is also the number of Trinity. It's the trifecta energy. It's a beautiful energy to have. So 3 of Wands is like waiting for your ships to come in, but not in a sense that you're waiting. This is like, I've done the work and I know that they're coming in. This is after the 2 of Wands energy. 2 of Wands speaks of travel and long-term plans, right? Planning for the long-term, planning, making plans for your life. What do I, like the grand totality of what you want your life to be. And then the 3 of Wands is like, I've already set the things in motion. I'm just waiting for that 3rd wand to show up, but I know it's going to show up. She even has the surfboard. She's like, I'll go out there seeking it. I'll go out there looking for it, but I trust that it's coming in either way. And the star energy is about manifestation, the manifestation of your dreams, your goals, your desires. Excuse you. Hi, baby. The manifestation of everything that you desire coming to fruition. Not needing to, again, rely on anything outside of yourself. Excuse you. Not needing to rely on anything outside of yourself, but honoring that which already exists within you with the potency and the magic that it carries. So you don't need to wait for anything outside of you. You just need to seek inside for the answers, for the clarity, for the love, for the compassion, for the empathy, for the strength, for the courage, for the romance, for the adventure. It exists inside of you. So she's looking outside of herself and she's looking inside of herself. So those are 2 options to take. So no need to feel left out in the cold of your own life or even of your twin flame connection because, again, this person is you. So the more you're seeking outside of yourself, the more the universe is going to give you evidence or validate, oh, okay, so what you want is outside of you. It's not within you. So it can't be within your reality because everything that's in your reality exists inside of you first. It exists as an idea. It exists as a mental state, as an emotion, as a felt sense. So what are some of the shadows that we're working through here with this eclipse? What are some of the shadows that we're working through as a collective with this eclipse? Ionia, everything in perfect balance. This came up 2 days ago as well. So it's just a theme that's running through the collective right now. So everything in perfect balance. This would be your masculine and your feminine energies within you. This would be your yin and your yang. This would be the sun and the moon, the night sky, and the light of day. This is about you balancing everything and keeping everything in perspective. Balancing everything out. So not giving one thing in your life more attention than something else. Making sure that you're not so focused on needing love or needing a relationship or needing to get married or needing that person or needing this job or need, that you're clinging and you're not even allowing it to come into manifestation because the clinging is the very thing that pushes the manifestation away. So when we want something, we need to hold on to the image or that feeling. So you have a thought, turn it into a feeling, attach a feeling or an emotion to that thought, and then you let it go and you just go about your day and you let it go. So that means not checking your phone every 20 minutes. That means not freaking out when the manifestation doesn't show up immediately. That means allowing, giving space, and just understanding that everything is going to come forward in perfect balance and that there's really nothing for you to do. We often think we have to do. And the more we do, the less depleted or the less energy we have, the more depleted we feel, the more frustrated we feel. So you are free, right? Through the pleasure, through the pain of this journey. There are portals to both on this journey. You are free. And when you're free is when everything can actually happen. Everything can come into fruition. Everything can manifest. So if there was a complement tarot card to this, it would be the Death card, of course. I don't know why that keeps that. I think the fan's blowing it, but it would be the Death card. So that's the scorpionic death energy. But as I state, with every death energy, there's a rebirth. It's not just death. It's something has to be reborn from that, the energy, from that void, from that space where nothing exists. And everything is just energy in the end. So there are definitive endings coming through with this eclipse. You can fight them or you can flow with them. It's your choice. Things are neutral. Everything that happens to us is neutral. The emotion that we assign to that event is what creates our reality. Nothing is bad or good, it just is. We attach meaning to it, we attach an emotion to it. It's always up to us. There is a definitive rebirth coming through as well with this death. So a lot of you are, or will be, or have been, or are contemplating the meaning of life at this time. Going through to those deeper waters thanks to the Scorpio full moon we had in April. So a lot of you have been really digging deep, trying to understand this journey, this life, trying to remove yourself from the need, from the clinging energy, from the codependency that you've experienced in more than one aspect of your life. Just letting it go, releasing it, and seeing what comes through in that void space. Because the universe loves a vacuum. So let's create that vacuum for our desires to truly manifest. There's a power in this card, a power to heal. She's not broken. She knows how to heal herself. She has that power. She's wearing that crown. Okay? She's connected to all parts of herself. She's connected to the source of her being, of her soul. So there are ego deaths happening now. It's the part of us that's dying. Okay, this is the death card. It's ego death. It's not actual physical death. Ego death. So feminine, how will you deal with the ego death that's currently occurring in your life? And in your connection, the ego death that's occurring. Many of you have gotten heavily triggered recently for a reason, right? It's that final ego death that needs to happen to ascend. Resilience, burn away the past. Again, another death energy, burning something away. The fire energy, the water energy. Scorpio is the most fiery energy of the water signs. So yeah, what are you burning away, Scorpio? Or sorry, yes, Scorpios, but what are you burning away? What are you burning away? And what will be replaced in that space, right? You know that you're resilient. You know that you can get through this. You know that nothing can take away your power. There's an energy of relaxation here, an energy of power, an energy of relaxation. Okay? The flames here are the flames of her past. It's like the phoenix rising. I love that this is such a theme because I'm Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Venus. I love that Scorpio energy is playing out because I obviously am very attuned and I've integrated that scorpionic energy and I understand, so I know how to teach this, that the death energy is nothing to be afraid of. In fact, if you're a Scorpio, if you have a stellium in Scorpio, if you have a sun in Scorpio, a moon in Scorpio, if you have North Node or South Node in Scorpio, you'll understand the scorpionic energy. We go deep. We delve into the subconscious because we're ruled by Pluto. We have passion because we're ruled by Mars. We want to know the meaning of life and how things work and why they work. And we want answers to all of life's questions, but in more of a spiritual sense versus a logical sense. We deal with the esoteric on an everyday. So we are the friend that's going to take you deep. We don't want those superficial conversations. We want to talk about the meaning of life. Why am I here? What is this existence? What does this mean? What's the meaning? The meaning? Why? And Scorpio is also not afraid of death. And if you are afraid of death, there's going to be a fascination with it. So as a collective right now, we're moving through this ego death and we're fascinated by the death process. So Scorpio is fascinated by the resurrection, by the phoenix rising. You rise from the ashes of your own past. You rise from the ashes of your own soul. And I apologize for all the airplanes, guys. I thought because it was early, I figured it would be quieter, but it's actually louder earlier in the day. Apologize for that. So what you see here coming through is the tree of life coming through the window, coming through to let her know that you will be reborn, and in this energy you will be reborn. So Scorpio innately knows that I may move through several deaths in my life, because we will. As a Scorpio, you die and you're reborn again thousands of times. Any Scorpio can attest to this. But now we're moving through this as a collective. It's bringing us clarity and wisdom. We're releasing everything which doesn't serve us, and that includes attachment. We're moving through attachment. So if the world could adopt some sort of a Buddhist ideology right now, at this point in time, at this juncture in history, we would all be a lot happier and we'd be living with a lot more joy. We truly would. Don't fear the flame. Don't fear the flame. Okay? We're releasing this flame. So in yogic terms, this is called Agni. It's that inner flame that exists within us. It's the inner flame. It's the oneness that exists within us. You are one with your twin soul. The quicker you can understand this, the faster you're going to move along in your journey towards union. It's not through what is the masculine doing. We have curiosity and we want to know what they're doing, but we don't need to ask that question every single reading. Not only does it become repetitive, but it takes away from your journey. This journey is about you going within and realizing your innate power. Stoke that Agni, stoke that inner fire. Let it burn away everything that doesn't serve you. Truly. Let's take a look at the inner masculine energy. What does the inner masculine energy need to know? Serendipity. So they're moving with a watery energy. So we have fiery energy for the feminine energy, and for your masculine energy, you have serendipity. Merge with the flow. This is like the Pisces energy I was speaking about. Merging with the flow of life, not fighting it. Allowing. This is the allowing energy. So masculine, the inner masculine, the initiator, the activator within us. Opportunities are starting to line up, okay, in our 3D world. We're asked to trust. We're asked to trust this process and trust the serendipitous moments, the serendipitous meetings that are occurring for us. Again, feminine energy, masculine energy. There's very much a role reversal right now where the feminines are in more of masculine energy. You can see this is more masculine energy and the masculines are in more feminine energy. Okay? This also speaks of follow through. Understand that, yes, good luck is surrounding our masculine energy right now, but it's up to us to take that action, to be the initiator, to be the activator of change. So there's a lot of abundance and opportunity coming through for the masculine energy. I think that's why the outer masculines are so focused on their 3D world at this time, because there's a lot of fresh potential. It's very ripe right now for the masculine energy, and everything is happening in the right place at the right time, and they're finding themselves in the right places at the right times. Just like your masculine is going to find you in the right place in the right time. Just because your masculine seems like they're on a different trajectory or journey I'm talking about your physical manifestation of the masculine, does not mean that you're further apart. Doesn't mean union's not going to happen, or union's now delayed. This is exactly the way things are meant to be at this time for the ultimate growth of both counterparts. It does not serve you or behoove you, some of you, to be on the same page or at the same place right now with your counterpart. But that could change in an instant. But look at the processes that we're having to go through. This eclipse is bringing processes, it's bringing change, it's bringing shifts, major shifts. like tumultuous shifts, thunderous shifts. You need to be focused on you right now. The masculine's over here. Look, they have their back turned on the connection. They're over here consulting with nature, consulting with their true self, their essence, consulting with their soul, merging with the beingness of life, merging with the oneness of life, merging with the flow. This is exactly where they need to be, because they're learning how to stop trying to control their entire life. Okay? This needs to happen for them. Let them go. Release. Detach. I promise you this will bring you to exactly where you need to be, feminine. But you have to be willing to let go and release them, the physical manifestation of your divine masculine. And this includes those of you who are in communication, those of you who are in some sort of union or reunion. This also goes for you. This isn't just for the people who are not in communication. The masculine energy, within and without, internal and external, is also working on opening their heart. We knew this. I can't see it, Sarah. It's not happening. If I can't see it, it's not real. Not true. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. No truer words were spoken on this journey. This is about opening your heart to opportunities. I'm speaking to your inner masculine right now. This is also about this heart energy, heart-based actions, heart-based ideas, heart-based connection. It's all about, look, her eyes are closed. She's going within, going within. You're protected and you're being guided at this time. This is the angel of relationships, all aspects, friendships, family, romantic, all aspects of relation, however you identify with relationships. No. Not over here, baby. No. I know. Come here. You're so smart. Good boy. So this is about moving beyond any limiting fears, okay? And masculine energy has held a lot of limiting fears. I would like you to look at yourself and your interactions, not only with your quote-unquote twin flame, but also with any relationships you've had in your life. And I want you to notice where you may have held limiting beliefs. All men cheat. All women are skanks, right? I mean, I've heard it all. All men leave. All women want is my money. All men, all women, all men do this, do that. Where have you held those limiting beliefs, and where have you made them true in your life so that they've had no choice but to show up and be on repeat like a broken record over and over and over? It creates a soulmate funhouse mirrors. It's like the funhouse of mirrors at a fair. It creates that just never-ending cyclic door where the same person comes in different bodies until you learn the lesson. So many feminines have closed off their heart, and so that masculine energy inside of you feels rigid, controlled, stale, closed off, detached. And you've called that power. I'm in my power. That is not a feminine that's in her power. That's a feminine who's scared. That's a feminine who's allowed the fear to overtake the love. That is not sitting in your power. That's the opposite of power. Okay, you allow yourself to play the victim. And this is tough love here. This is triggering. So click off if you can't handle this right now. It's okay. I'm speaking from a place of experience. If you have done this in the past, first of all, raise your hand. We can't see you, but raise your hand. This is about you being honest with yourself right now. And now let's talk about moving beyond it. You haven't trusted other people. You haven't trusted love. Well, I had someone say, one of my friends on Instagram say, I give up on love. You're not giving up on love because you are love. You're giving up on relationship. You're giving up on a person. You're giving up, but you can't give up on love because love is who you are. Love exists inside of you, and love is the only reason we're here. You're not giving up on love. No one can ever give up on love. You can close off your heart, but you're still going to crave that love. It's still very much going to possess you. We cannot give up on love. We can effectively close off our hearts, but when we close off our heart to love, we close off our heart to everything. We say, oh, I'm closing off my heart to pain. Well, you're also closing it off to love, to receiving. So this is about the feminine being in the energy of receiving and allowing her inner masculine to receive. Okay? Allowing that masculine energy inside of you to receive, to move beyond the fears, to move beyond the conditioning, to move beyond the limiting beliefs. And then you want to move forward in a more balanced way, in the way that you perceive love and the way that you perceive relationship. Are you curious, my love? My heart? Good boy, good boy. So, you just need to know that you're lovable beyond measure, that you are love. You carry the energy and frequency of love inside of you. There's no need to seek it outside of you, and there's no need to blame other people because they were just playing their role at the time. They played it perfectly. The person who walked away, the person who broke your heart, your masculine who triggered you, your masculine who appeared to choose somebody else, they were all helping you choose yourself. Thank them. Adorn them. You don't have to do it in the physical, but thank them. Have gratitude for those people. I'm not talking about downright abuse, by the way. That's a totally different story. I'm talking about people who may have cheated, people who have hurt you, but good people, but people who made mistakes, people who hurt you in some way, people who made you feel less than. No one can actually make you feel anything. We choose our responses. We choose our reactions. But at the time we said, you made me feel this way. You made me feel that way. They were triggering healing in you. They were helping you see your worth. So beautiful, right? I am so grateful for my previous relationships, for showing me all the ways in which I wasn't loving myself, all the ways in which I was barricading my heart, calling it strength and power. The real strength and power is in your authenticity, is in your vulnerability, which people used to call weakness. But that is your greatest strength, is being able to connect, that connecting with other humans. What a beautiful, beautiful experience. So the feminine is maybe just now waking up to this. Many feminines out there are probably nodding their heads in agreement. Wow, I didn't even realize I did that. I pushed men away. I pushed love away. I didn't allow relationships to flourish and to nurture because I didn't believe in love. I didn't believe, I didn't trust. I closed off my heart. I barricaded it. I know I've done that. I barricaded it. So one point years ago, a sound healer, I think it was about 8 years ago, a sound healer came in and said, I can't even get through to your heart. And it was a didgeridoo. I can't pronounce it correctly, but it's that beautiful instrument. He couldn't even get through. He said, I can't even play it. When he tried to play to my heart chakra, it was that close. It was that stifled. It was that barricaded. That's when I knew, okay, something needs to change here. That's when I really got into the process of growth, of healing, trying to understand, well, how do I get out of this mess? Now, I don't want to live like this. But I was scared. I was nothing more than a scared little girl. We have all been there, but it's time for us to start trusting love again. It's time for us to start trusting in men or women again, whatever your preference. It's time for us to start trusting this divine connection. First of all, first and foremost with ourselves. Secondly, so that it can overflow into all relationships. You shouldn't just be craving your twin. There should be a craving and a need for connection of all kind, through pets, through nature, through animals, connecting to joy, connecting to abundance, connecting to relationship and love and connection on all levels. I could go on and on with this, but I'm going to leave this here. I feel like this has been one of my most important readings. Again, I do apologize for the lighting and I do apologize for the noise. I hope that this has served you in some significant way today. If so, please express your gratitude with dropping a like, with connecting to the channel, connecting with me, supporting me over on Patreon, supporting the channel on Patreon. You have the option of booking a reading with me at that point when I do open up readings again for the month of June or July. I haven't decided at this point. And you can subscribe to the channel. So lots of ways to show your love. I send you guys so much love. I know what we're going through right now. This portal is intense. I'm right there with you. Take great care until the next time.